Good afternoon, guys. This is Phil with XLR8 Roofing and Construction. I'm at a house out in Titusville. A customer is a next door neighbor of a couple homes that we've found some hail damage on the roof. So the homeowner noticed that we were doing some roofs in the area. They've had some other contractors come by and tell them that they had hail damage. Wanted to help them file a claim. I told them I'd come take a look at it for them. I'm here this afternoon and I have not found any hail damage on this roof. I wanted to turn the camera around though and show you a couple things that I did find that are pretty common if you don't hire the right contractor to do some of your work. You know, these are some common mistakes that happen, and hopefully this will be informative to some of our future customers. All right, so I got the camera turned around here. One thing you notice over here is our lines don't match up on this roof. So like improperly installing shingles is a big kind of no-no. You can see how it's a really thin line right here, and then that line gets wider and wider as we go across the roof. So they obviously didn't start the shingle in the proper way down on the bottom. Usually you run some chalk lines to make sure you got everything in a straight line before you get up here, because when you get to the top of the roof, that's when you notice where your mistake is. So you can see they just tried to cover up that mistake. As you kind of approach the ridge here, these are the old style ridge ventilation, metal ridge vents. This is something that a lot of homeowners have problems with. You can see that all of these nails are exposed, so they're all rusted out. The homeowner's having some leaks. Well, obviously you can see this is separating here. You can see how they used to have some silicone over the top of them, but they no longer do. Here's another area on the roof where you can see this shingle line right here is real narrow, and then as we go across the roof it gets wider and wider and actually takes kind of like an arch and then comes back through. So that's another kind of like improper installation kind of deal. Another thing that I noticed on this roof, just a little bit older penetrations. You can see here's a perfect example of why we replace lead pipe boots when we do all new installations. As you can see here, the squirrels have chewed this thing to the point where all of this PVC piping is exposed. So water, every time it rains, just goes down here and it goes directly into your home, follows this pipe as it goes down. They tried to do some repairs on it, looks like, but you can see how you can actually see the squirrel's teeth marks right here. They always seem to want to chew that up. A couple things on here, I didn't find any hail damage, but there are a couple things that happen on a roofing system as it starts to get older. So you can see right here, the shingle is deteriorated down to where the actual nail head is pushing this shingle up. So what may appear to look like hail damage sometimes is just age of the roof. Here's another nail pop right here where you can see the shingle's lifted. Looks like that's a wind-driven shingle, but is not. The nail underneath has started to work its way up. Here's another thing. These are called nail pops. The nail head is actually driven through the shingle. That just happens sometimes over a roof's lifetime. But you can also see these nails are kind of sticking up all the way out of the roof right here. So now every time it rains, the water just goes straight down into the roof decking where these nails are. Kind of a little bit unfortunate for the customer. I was hoping, you know, that we may be able to help him identify some hail. So if he wanted to file an insurance claim, he could do so. But unfortunately, it looks like this house, just a 16-year-old roof that is up and ready for a new one. There's a couple of soft spots on the roof right here. You can kind of see a little bit of a bow right here on the roof. So I'm going to go downstairs, show the homeowner our video and our pictures, show them some of the installation mistakes and errors that were made. And then here's another good glimpse of this line. You can actually see how the roof shingles kind of bow out in that direction. It starts nice right here, and then when you get to that other end, you can see there's an actual arch that goes across. So just something I'd like to point out to homeowners who are getting a new roof installed. We'll go downstairs and show the homeowner some of our pictures, and I'm just going to give him an estimate for a retail roof change out here, and hopefully we'll have an opportunity to earn his business. Once again, this is Phil with XLR8 Roofing. Thank you so much.